You know, it was one of those nights that hits you like a rogue wave. Jet-lagged from a grueling week in Portland, I crash into bed around midnight, only to have my phone buzz with the Coast Guard on the line, asking why my boat, the Second Chance, is out 5 miles offshore with a bunch of rowdy partiers blasting music and dancing like it's spring break. I'm sitting there in the dark, heart slamming, thinking this has to be some sick joke. My boat's supposed to be locked up tight at my private slip in Sunset Cove, behind a gated dock that's deeded straight to my property. No one touches her without my say-so. But no, the officer's dead serious. They've boarded her, no life vests, booze flowing without a license, and not a single soul on deck with a boating cert. Sir, we need you down here now. I throw on some sweats, grab my keys, and haul ass to the marina, mind racing. How the hell did this happen? I've babied that boat for years. She's my escape from the daily grind. The one thing that's truly mine in this tight-knit waterfront neighborhood where the HOA rules with an iron fist. By the time I pull up, red and blue lights are strobing across her sleek hull, officers grilling a cluster of strangers in cocktail dresses and khakis, folks I've never seen before laughing like they own the place. And then I spot her, Victoria Langford, the HOA queen bee, mid-50s with that sharp auburn pixie cut, standing rigid with arms folded, her perpetual scowl lit up by the deck lamps like she's guarding her kingdom. She's the type who's always nitpicking. Your hedges are uneven, your flag's crooked in the wind, all while lording over Harborview Estates like it's her personal fiefdom, driven by this obsessive need to control every inch of land, especially the prime waterfront spots she eyes with barely hidden envy, since her own lot's landlocked, and she's forever scheming to enhance community access at everyone else's expense. I march up to the lead officer, voice steady but boiling inside. That's my boat, Alex Harper. I didn't greenlight any of this circus. He quirks a brow, nods toward Victoria, who's suddenly fascinated by her nails. You know her? Yeah, she's our HOA president. What the hell's going on? He sighs, flips his clipboard. They say it's a community event. HOA has rights to the docks for shared use. Shared? I nearly laugh. My dock's private, etched in the deed since I bought the place 5 years back, after scraping together every dime from my tech consulting gigs, dreaming of quiet sales away from the corporate BS. Victoria finally saunters over, lips twisted in that fake sympathetic pout. Alex, darling, we needed a spot for the Harbor Summer Bash Clubhouse Reno's dragged on, and your boat was just sitting there, idle, looking so inviting. We figured you'd understand for the greater good. Understand? You broke in. Through a rager with who knows what risks. That's trespassing, Victoria. She waves it off, manicured nails flashing. The HOA oversees all coastal resources. It's in the spirit of unity. Unity, my ass. Her eyes narrow, that gleam of entitlement shining through. The kind born from years of manipulating bylaws to grab power. Maybe even resenting folks like me who carved out their slice without kissing the ring. The officer steps in. Ma'am, zip it. You're digging deeper. Her face drains color, that iron facade cracking just a hair, and right then I know. I'm not letting this slide. Pressing charges, I tell him, staring her down as her gaze darts like a trapped animal. No escape in sight. By dawn, I've lawyered up with a maritime expert, filed for unauthorized use and grand theft, and handed over crystal-clear footage from the dock cam I installed last spring. Shows Victoria swiping a master key she shouldn't have, ushering in caterers, directing them aboard like a director on set, even slipping envelopes to a couple guests, one being the treasurer, Ethan Blackwell, her loyal sidekick, who's always rubber-stamping her initiatives. That wasn't just a party. It screamed conspiracy, her way of flexing muscle, maybe even testing boundaries for bigger plays on prime properties she covets. Enter Detective Sarah Voss from County Property Crimes, sharp, no nonsense, the kind who's seen HOA tyrants pull every trick. She meets me at the station, pen clicking. Alex, deeds confirm. Your dock, your boat, zero HOA claim. Footage is gold. We're eyeing unlawful entry, property theft, and insurance fraud. Fraud? Turns out they tampered with my onboard security, flipping it off from the cabin. No accident. And with the damage, ripped cabinets, wine-soaked seats, cracked helm if claimed wrong, it's felony territory. This reeks of coordination, she says, leaning in, not some spontaneous shindig. Word spreads fast. My neighbor Karen, sweet but standoffish, flags me down. Heard Victoria and Ethan plotting last week. Something about borrowing your boat for community vibes. Figured no one'd notice. She hesitates, then nods when I ask if she'll statement it. Brave, considering the HOA's petty retaliations, like the time they fined me for a flag in a breeze, all because Victoria hates any sign of independence. That night, I pore over the bylaws like a detective novel. Never bothered before. Just paid dues, kept low. But bam, there it is. No board member touches private property without consent. Violation means ouster. Game on. I rally signatures. Turns out Victoria's iron rule bred quiet resentment. Folks tired of her upgrades that jacked dues without real fixes, all while she eyed waterfront grabs to boost her status. By noon, petition's fat. We call an emergency meet. Cops raid the HOA office meantime, snag emails where Ethan frets. What if he flips? Victoria shoots back. Spin it as a mix-up. He's chill. Chill? I print that sucker. Meetings packed, tension thick. I step up. I'm Alex Harper, owner of 22 Sunset Cove. My boat got hijacked for their private bash. Evidence proves premeditation. Gasps ripple. Someone yells, "Our dues funded this crap?" I nod. Bylaws say removal. Vote now. Ethan stammers objections, but it's landslide. 68 for boot, zilch against. Victoria's out, fled to a spa retreat in Nevada. Cowardice pure, but the dominoes are tumbling. Then it escalates. Federal style. DHS agent Carlos Ruiz pulls me in. Your HOA pinged our radar for coastal irregularities. Files spill. Bank ledgers. Guest manifests from the party. 2 names circled. Aliases for wire fraud pros. Victoria's laundering through a phony nonprofit. Harbor Coastal Boost. Fake grants. Inflated bids. Siphoned $2 million over 5 years into offshore pots. Stunned, I flip pages. The party? Cover for schmoozing shady buyers eyeing forged deed waterfront flips. My boat the neutral ground since they missed my cams. Her motive? Power hunger mixed with greed, resenting self-made types like me, using the HOA as her personal slush fund to climb social ladders, keeping residents docile with trivial enforcements. We nabbed Ethan at the airport, Panama bound, Monica and Victor subpoenaed, Victoria's ghosted to a Charleston airstrip, fake passport. How much? $2 million skimmed from dock enhancements that never happened. Grim nod from me until she picked the wrong boat. Grand jury hits. I testify on the break-in, shell fund I never knew, forged letters for bogus subsidies. Ruiz whispers post-hearing, she's toast, added impersonation charges for faking grant coords, site with stock kid pics. Ethan cracks under plea, spills offshore ties, notary hacks, backdated deeds, case explodes. State freezes accounts, blacklists cronies, HOAs under conservatorship, accountant unraveling the web. My boat's in dry dock, hull drilled for a bubbly chiller, pipes burst from junk flushes. But repairs? Pocket change now. Civil trial's a spectacle. Marina boss confirms no HOA rights, accountant timelines kickbacks, nephew contractors from Idaho on phantom jobs. Karen testifies dues hikes for overruns that smelled fishy, ex-assistant spills, fake minutes, forged SIGs, Victoria joking, absent, no vote. I take stand. Calculated hit. They timed my trip, tampered gear, whined fraudsters. Not oops, organized ripoff. Defense flails. Community event standard? My doc ain't community. Judge shuts it. Deeds don't lie. Audio bombshell seals it. Victoria's memos? Pushback? Bury him in court? Folks quit fast? Room hushes? Judge peers? Authentic? Yep. Charges pile. Wire fraud, conspiracy, obstruction. Assets seized under RICO, Ethan's Monica's, Victor's stripped bare, Ethan's deal yanked for hiding a second shell. Judgment, HOA dissolved, restitution pot for U.S. suckers, county mandates audits, rotating overseers, no more fiefdoms. Victoria, snagged in Belize yacht hopping with her notary and deed forger beau extradited amid diplomatic drama. Outside court with my lawyer Jess. Ever dream this? Nah, thought it'd be a trash bin fine, not racketeering. Weeks later, I host a low-key BBQ. Ribs from old-timer Frank, bars from Karen, even the Millers linger, kids romping. Sun sets over the cove. I board second chance, helm quiet, waves lapping. No enforcers, no envelopes, just peace. But here's the twist that still nags. Was Victoria pure villain, or did our apathy let her empire bloom? We ignored red flags for tidy lawns. Maybe we're all a bit complicit in these community traps. What do you think? HOA's guardians or mini-dictators? Drop your stories below. Ever battle one or see justice served? Hit like if this fired you up, subscribe for more real-life takedowns, and share if you've got a neighborhood nightmare. Let's chat. Your take could spark the next big call-out.